Well, for more analysis on this, let's go now to the United Kingdom and speak to Javier Farje. He is a Latin America analyst and joins us from London. So, Javier, will Ariel Henry's resignation help to calm the situation? It seems to have been a little bit orchestrated at that meeting in Jamaica.
Well, his resignation was inevitable. There was no way he was going to be able to return to Haiti. The gangs control 80% of the capital, Port-au-Prince. Jimmy Chessirer, the gang leader, former police officer, known as Barbecue, already warned there would be a civil war if Mr. Henry tried to return to Haiti. He was not allowed to land in the Dominican Republic because the Dominican Republic, which shares the same island with Haiti, refused to accept him landing. So his situation was untenable and he didn't have a choice but to resign. Now, this proposal of a presidential council has already been made by gang leaders. They have been proposing Guy Philippe. Guy Philippe is a former gang leader who served prison in the US and who was one of the leaders of the coup that deposed President Jean-Bertrand Aristide in 2004 as one of the leaders of a presidential council. And he has the approval of the gangs who control, as I said, 80% of the capital. So in this matter, Henry didn't have a choice. He was not going to return to Haiti anytime soon. The gangs were not going to enable him to do that. He probably would have been killed, and therefore now the international community will have to find a way to probably negotiate with the gangs because they are in control of Haiti. They have a very well organized structure. We have to understand that they not only control the capital, but they control the ways of access to the capital for supplies of food and all that, and part of the ports. The security forces have regained some control over the ports, so some humanitarian aid could arrive, and they have lost that control now. And the Union of Police Officers in Haiti has said that they can no longer continue operating the way they did before, and they don't want Henry anymore. So at the moment, it's very difficult to know how it's going to be possible to create some kind of stability in Haiti and call elections for 2025. At the moment, the situation, basically, the gangs control Haiti. That's the fact. They control 80% of the capital, and they are in charge of the business in Haiti. And maybe the international community will have no choice but to negotiate with them.
It sounds like quite a dangerous and precarious situation. So you're saying the international community will have to negotiate with these gangs if they're in any way interested in helping restore law and order? And also, what about these Kenyan police officers that were due to go there? Is that still going to happen? Do we know?
That's the problem, Charlotte, because in October last year, the United Security Council had approved the deployment of troops led by Kenya. But the Supreme Court in Kenya decided to ban this deployment, and Mr. Henry traveled at the end of February to Kenya to negotiate with the government the deployment of these troops. And apparently he was going to be successful, but now since Henry is no longer in charge of the government in Haiti, it remains to be seen whether these troops will be deployed. The United States has already promised, as your reporter said rightly so, an extra $100 adding to the an extra $100 million added to the $200 million they had already promised to support this deployment. But are they going to be allowed to land in Haiti? What kind of role are they going to play if the gangs have control of the capital? Are they going to engage in some kind of armed sort of conflict with the gangs? That's going to be very, very difficult at the moment. Kenya has been quiet at the moment because they don't know what the situation is. And since the gangs are in control of Haiti, it's very difficult to think that these troops will be able to be deployed, which makes a problem even worse because other countries like Jamaica and Chad had already promised to add forces to this international stability force. But at the moment, that's very, very unlikely to happen. So at the moment, it remains to be seen whether these troops will actually land. If the Supreme Court in Kenya will approve now that the situation has got even worse, and whether the gangs will allow this to happen. I doubt that will be the case.
And amid all of this, a very frightening situation for Haiti's 11.5 million people living there. Javier, thank you so much for joining us from London. Really appreciate your insight today.
My pleasure.